Everything on this show is opinionated, so please don't act like a bitch. Enjoy the show.
Them hands is cold, dog.
But you find your way to the top. My nigga, that's major. Man, me ain't ask for no help. Now you take care of your family. Nigga, that's major. You graduated school. Major. You straight out of pen. Major. You live with your friends. Major. I'm turning my friends. Major. Yeah. Can't hear myself talk. Why I can't hear myself speak? Why these voices talking loud? I'm trying to rap on the beat. They getting mad cause I go design on my head to my motherfucking feet. I fuck with a real nigga calling him dada cause he is a motherfucking P. This shit coming in by the bundle. They call about money, I'm running. I got my head on my ass, I'm finna bend over, I'm cunty. I'm so self-made, I ran it up. Now they say I'm acting funny. But remember when I was broke, you ain't asked me for no money. So who changed up? Who put the game up? Right now I be keeping it cute, but it can get dangerous. I got my chains on. I done came up. He wanna eat on my cookie like Emmons cause I'm so famous. Just because I smile when it rain, don't think that I'm painless. Standing on every decision I made, so I'm so shameless. Talk about niggas who hit, you cannot name one. Talk about who getting money, I am the main one. They know when
Yo. And this is the Director's Cut, episode 7, I think. You know, I don't want to be wrong and shit. This DJ Frosthead, we got a special guest in the building today, you know. And it's a brand new artist, so, you know, y'all got to get familiar with her face. But let them know who we here with today.
It's Big Winner, the coldest to ever do it.
All right, so how you feeling, man? How you feeling today?
I'm feeling real good. Happy to be here. You got
your hookah set up. This the first person to ever have a hookah on my shit.
Yes.
And y'all know how I feel about hookahs. So y'all won't see me hitting it though. But
he's talking about in New York they can't do hookahs. They uptight. They need to let their hair down a little bit. So serious. Smoke a hookah.
But now, so you know you new to the channel and everything. So you know, let the people know where you from.
I'm from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Hey y'all. Like I said, I'm Big Winter. And you should follow me on all platforms at Call Me WNTR. And Winter stands for We Winning Now Taking Risks. That's what Winter stands for.
Okay. All right. So, you know, well, you kind of jumped into that. So how did you get your name?
I really believe it or not, I think I was like a senior in high school, 11th grade or some shit. And we was on Facebook and I dared my homegirl. I was like, dummy, right now I won't change my name to Winter. But I was going to do it anyway. It was kind of like one of them things where he's like, and I'll post a picture, one like and I'm going to post a picture and you like the comment type shit. So yeah, and she kind of dared me to do it and I did the shit.
Okay.
And that's where you get Winter from. But I changed it up. I changed it to WNTR just to give it more of like an aesthetic. And then I didn't want to be like the other bitches calling themselves Winter and spelling the shit like the Winter. You know what I mean? I had to have some meaning behind it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's really where it came from.
All right. So tell us, how long have you been in Atlanta?
I've been in Atlanta for 4 years. I came up here for school.
What you was
I go to Georgia
State? Around the pandemic?
Yes.
Okay.
My first year at Georgia State, it was no online, it was no in-person class. Everything was online. I almost dropped out and shit, but you know, that's neither here or there.
All right. So tell us more about like your upbringing. You know, you went to school and everything. You know, in Alabama.
So I went to I would say 10 different schools in Alabama. Damn. I was always the new kid. So you can imagine that comes with a lot of bullying, a lot of fighting and shit like that. But yeah, I made it through. My upbringing was very shit was in the hood. So if a motherfucker was going without water or lights and shit, we're not thinking we're struggling. We just living life. I was a kid, I had fun. Okay. But yeah, definitely on the west side, the Wicked West for sure.
They got one of those over there? Yo, let me.
Little box. You think that's just a little bag?
I said Alabama 15 minutes of everything, 15 minutes apart to me.
I don't know why you think that. everything is a 15 minutes apart once you get in the city, but like we got an east, west, south, north, like you know what I mean?
West, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm from the west side for real. The west side for real. Yes, we have west side. But I like our west side because it's more like you see me. It's more upscale, more like it's like you can have that shit on. Everybody else west side be so busted. They be looking bad off the west side.
So what you saying, like the west side here look different from y'all west side?
I would say you could tell a motherfucker off the west side. Everywhere else. You'd be like, oh, they look dirty. You know what I'm saying? They off the west. Yeah. So but everywhere, but our west side, like motherfuckers gonna have that shit on, motherfuckers get into the money and shit like that. So
I never think like what is there to do in Alabama? Like that shit ain't never been a tourist spot. Like
and somebody
attraction.
was like, what good places it is to eat in Alabama? We cooking. If you wanna
know how to cook? Yeah, I put you on the spot.
I do know how to cook actually, but I don't cook for everybody.
Okay.
So it just be like you catch it if you catch it. If not, but shit like that.
All right, so tell us about like your parents. Like, are they supportive of you like doing music?
Yeah, my mom, she is. She gonna support anything though. Like she real ride or die. Really, my family, they always been supportive of whatever I've done. I don't know if they thought I was going to do music or whatever, but they always called me like my uncle. He would always be like superstar, just off the, you know what I'm saying, just saying that shit. I had like different like assistant principals and coaches in school who just called me superstar because maybe I was wearing something colorful or some cool ass shade or some shit. So they would always just say some shit like that. But yeah, my mom, she's very supportive of it. She loved it. And then my dad, I hope he's supportive of it. I hope so.
All right, so tell us, like, how long have you been making music? Because, you know, I said in the intro, you know, you're a new artist. So when did you officially, like, start making music?
I've been writing since I was 8 years old. I went to the Madness School. So I wrote my first book at the Madness School and shit like that. And then I've been making...
Oh, so you an author?
I was just saying I love writing.
Okay,
that's the thing. So it just kind of translated over to music because it's like I feel like I could write some shit and be talking about some shit, but also make it fun because I'm a very fun person. So it's like I don't want this shit to be monotone. You know what I mean? I don't want to just give y'all bars. I want to be doing some fun shit with it. You know what I mean? On some shit like that.
All right. So we know Atlanta's a hot music scene. So where do you feel like your music falls in place at?
On some fun shit, some I get money shit. I don't really pop my shit because that's how I feel when I'm making it. So I hope that everyone who listens to it feel the same way. Like you, that motherfucking person, you on top of the world, you really popping your shit. So that's why I feel like it fit. I don't really think I fit into any genre or nothing like that just because I'm just me. I'm so different. So I'd be like, where do I fit? And that kind of scared me coming in because I was like, where the fuck am I going to fit at? Who lane am I going to, you know what I mean? On some shit. But it's like, I'm in my own lane, so I can't compare myself to nobody. But it's a new sound for sure. For sure.
So were there any obstacles that you went through, like in your music career so far? You know, you just beginning, so.
Right.
Were there any obstacles that you going through now? Shit, because that's really what you could speak on now. Like what you going through now as a new artist.
Nothing for real. I'm just gonna be honest, but I'm gonna tell you why though. Because when you're on your path and you're on your purpose and you're in your purpose, shit just works out for you. So it's like I dealt with obstacles before I was into music. Like when I was working, there was obstacles. When I was, you know, doing different shit that wasn't my passion, there were obstacles because I'm not on the right path. But ever since I've been doing music, like my first music video, shit was just working out and coming together. Like I would say, like amazingly. Like it was magic on some shit. Like shit was just falling in line. And I don't know, shit just work out when you're on your path. You know what I mean? You feel like shit been working out like since you've been taking your passion shit serious. How do you feel like shit's been working out for you?
You asking me?
Yeah.
Damn, it's the first time somebody asked me a question.
We're having a conversation, you know what I mean? I'm like, because I want to see if my theory is right, you know what I mean?
I mean, like, you right, because I mean, I just been focused, like, as you can see, like, I've been at this shit for like 7 years, almost 8 years now. So it's like, yeah, there be times I take time off for a mental break. Like, and it's cool to do that. Like, I think you need to do like a mental break, like 90 days. It's
to
cool.
stay like one with yourself.
Yeah,
to stay grounded.
sometimes this shit will bring you every way, like in your feelings and shit. And you like, you mad at your phone. Yeah. Like, and then you really sit there and be like, yo, I gotta calm down. Like,
but are you mad about like what the people are saying? Like, what are you mad about when you say your phone?
Damn, it's 23rd therapy session. What the fuck? Nah.
We're just talking.
Nah, it's really like, you know, when you checking your insights and engagement and shit like that, you know, like, man, I worked hard on this shit. Like, why, you know what I'm saying? Why I'm not, you know? And then you looking at like for me, I'm looking at like on YouTube and I see like, you know, no jumper, this and this. Right. Like that will make you mad. Like, you get what I'm saying? Be like, yo, what the fuck? Like, am I doing something wrong or whatever? Like, but then again, you just gotta keep going and just be like. But
at the same time, that shit was confirmation because them using your shit, you know, motherfuckers was watching you.
Yeah, facts.
And you know you're doing something right.
So that's why I'm getting mad.
For sure.
You know. So what is your creative process like when you're in the studio?
Well, I write so shit. I'll say I always get the best lyrics when I'm on the road for some reason. Like, let's just say I'm driving, I'm headed to Alabama. My goddamn ass is listening to instrumentals and halfway driving, halfway writing lyrics. You know what I mean? I don't know why, but it just be coming from that. And then I always give shout outs to like producers and shit because that's where I get a lot of my inspirations. Like, they be half the song, so shit. A lot of times when they name the song or like just the energy the song gives, I'm going off that vibe. You know what I mean? And then I'm ready to talk about shit that's happening in my life and shit. Yeah. And then when I get in the studio, I'm just, you know, feeling the vibe, catching the vibe, and just trying to make that shit fun, for sure.
Okay. All right, so how do you define your sound?
I just find my sound is different. You finna get a little bit of like singing. I'm about to like utilize my voice. I'm about to say some crazy shit. I might go deep on your ass. Can I cuss?
Of course.
Okay, yeah, I might go deep on your. I might go deep. All that, like, I'm just gonna be real, like myself. Like, I'm hoping that you can hear my soul in my sound. You know what I mean? I want you to feel like my desire for this shit when I'm rapping. You know what I mean?
I like that.
I don't want it to be on some shit like you just listening. I'm just doing this shit. Like, I want you to know, like, this is my passion for real, and I'm putting my foot on bitches' necks. You know what I mean?
Yo, and it's a crazy thing. Like, you don't even sound country. You sound proper. Like, you speak very proper. So I wouldn't think you was from Alabama. Yeah,
and it's crazy because in my city, when I was growing up, I got picked on because bitches would be like, oh, she sound like a white girl. She sound like a white girl and shit. But I went to speech class when I was in second grade because I couldn't say shit like strawberry and shit. You know what I mean? So, you know them STRs will fuck you up.
Well, how you used to say it? Like,
scraw.
I mean, people still say that now. That's
exactly, yeah. But yeah.
I mean, you got through it.
They picked on me about that shit and I beat them hoes up and moved on.
Yeah, don't play with winter. All right, so.
But I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover. Disclaimer. I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover.
Y'all hear that? I'm gonna ask you this though. Tell us more about some of the music that you put out. Like, well, that's not out. I know you still, you know, working. But some of the music you worked on. Well,
so I did No Days Off like a month ago. No Days Off was basically just like explaining that shit. I was working at goddamn Cookout at the time. I'm working there 6 days a week, and then I'm in the studio when I have time. So it's just like I be working no days off. You know what I mean? Like, I'm really putting in the time, the energy to make sure that I'm doing my shit. And so it's like, even if I wasn't putting out the music during the time when I was going through shit, I was writing music about everything that I was going through. So I was basically narrating my own life. And then that just was about, like, it's just some popping shit. I was fucking with somebody, they was popping it, I was popping it. I'm just like, you a motherfucking P, like, you that nigga. That's just basically what that means. Like, you that nigga. So all the guys out there, if you taking care of your family, if you standing on business, if you working, you going to school, You doing your big one, whatever you doing, like you that. You ain't no lame ass nigga. For real.
Okay,
Like
you starting something with
for
that.
sure. And all my music, I just wanted to be more on some like uplifting shit, inspiring shit. But a lot of times when, not the shit on no tea, no shade, but sometimes when you hear inspiring shit, they want to make it like so drawn out that you can't even catch a vibe with it. I want my shit to be a vibe. Like you'll play this in the club, but you still being inspired. You know what I mean?
Nah, that's a fact. Okay. So who are some of like the engineers or producers that you working with?
The biggest engineer I worked with that I feel like really brings like motherfucker in there helping you, because I feel like engineers are a big part of the song, and they always be saying like motherfuckers, this songs is only good because of the engineer. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I worked with this producer called Chef Leak.
Yeah, shout out Chef Leak, man. Shout out Chef Leak, man.
Yeah, he tough as fuck. You get in the studio with him, you lucky for real, because he really not like one of them motherfuckers who just pressing the start and stop button. Motherfuckers is really talking you through, you see what I'm saying, your music, and that helps you be comfortable. That help you really like get in your bag and deliver the song in the best way. The guy who's on the Dada beat, his name is Cash, D Castro on the beat on some shit. He hard as fuck. I've been fucking with him for like 3 years on some shit. I met him through some crazy shit. Like I met him through a guy who I met working at Cookout. That's why I say everything in your life happens for a reason. Nothing is by mistake. Like, yes, I worked at Cookout, but I met this guy who I met another guy who became my producer, and he helped me find my song. You see what I'm saying? And when I say through these 3 years, I haven't even been rapping, but he been on my ass. Like, drop the music. You been in the studio? Have you been writing? You know what I'm saying? So they kept me focused for real. You know what I'm saying? So like, definitely fuck with that. Let's see who else. That's pretty much it. I hope to work with many more great engineers and producers in the future. But that's who I really been fucking with right now at the moment, for sure.
Home team. Okay. All right, so let's speak on collabs. Like, who do you plan on doing collabs with?
Everybody.
That you could speak on. Like any in the works right now?
I would say everybody. Nothing in the works right now, but I know it's coming. Especially when they hear the music and shit like that. I really I fuck with more on some shit. Like I want to work with Tiana Taylor, just on her like on the tourist shit, her presence on stage, the dance and shit. Because I love dance. I have a background in dance for sure. So I want to work with her, and then I want to work with like Pharrell. Just a lot of music geniuses. I want to work with Kanye, just to be in the studio with them and see like how they deliver. Like what's y'all work process? You know what I mean? Yeah. And these are people who were so creative and they were so in love with their craft and what they're doing. I want to know what's behind the magic. You know what I mean? Like
facts.
No cap. And then everybody else, all the females killing it right now in the game. So I want to work with all the females. Anybody who want to work, I'll work, because at the end of the day, when I'm working with different people, it's getting me out my comfort zone. I'm doing different shit. So I definitely want to work with everybody for sure.
All right. So do you have a future project dropping soon? Or you plan, or what you just pushing singles right now?
Just the singles. Okay. I want to go 4 singles. Drop them all with like videos so people can see who the fuck I am. I feel like when you starting some shit, you need to give as much like content and visuals as possible, because we don't know who you are. You know what I mean? And then pushing towards like February, I might start working on like an EP or something, just to like really put my foot on hoes' necks and put fur boots on hoes' necks and shit. But yeah. That's it for right now. I'm just really like living in the moment, going with the flow, and just dropping the singles how I feel. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. How I feel possible, for sure.
Okay. So who would you say is your biggest critic of your music right now?
Myself. If you don't criticize yourself, the world is gonna do it. So I feel like I'm my biggest critic. I feel like I could use more, and I'm open to criticism, but I feel like when people hear shit, sometimes they don't know what type of vibe you're gonna be on, if you gonna agree with the criticism or not. So I feel like people hold back, but I'm open to criticism, and I hope people come more with it, because I already know that shit just a way for me to better myself And anybody out there, I would just say like, criticism is a way for you to better yourself. If you're not gonna allow like some criticism in ways to get better, like how you expect to get better at shit. So I'm open to criticism. I'm not getting a lot of it right now, but I definitely could use more. But in the meantime, I'm definitely gonna be hard on myself, harder than anybody gonna be. And I'm a perfectionist, so I be wanting that shit to be good. So yeah.
So what do you feel like you could work on more as a new artist?
Being myself. I would say being myself, because people always say like that's how people win. They just say be yourself, but people never tell you how to be yourself. You know what I mean? Because it's so easy to try to like conform when you're around motherfuckers, try to like people please or whatever. You know what I mean? Try to like dim your light or whatever. It's easy to do that when you're around people. The hard part is being yourself. So I feel like that's one of my biggest things. And like coming into this, I just want to continue to like be myself, like unapologetically, you know what I mean? Just like show who I am. And I feel like that's going to really work out for me. Like as long as you're being yourself, can't shit go wrong, you know what I mean? Leading with love, standing on business. Yeah.
So do you, well, I'm going to ask you this, like how do you plan your marketing?
I'm usually just sitting in my bed, eyes closed, and I'm just picturing it out. I like to give them a little tease, a couple teasers before dropping, and then have some content planned on the back end after dropping. That'd be the marketing strategy. Get some good photos in at the shoot, during the shoot, content in at the shoot. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. All right. So, what would you say is your biggest inspiration in this music? Like, what keeps you going?
Family. My family. They all in Tuscaloosa. And you know, life be lifing. You know what I mean? And I be having to see it. I have to hear the phone calls. And like every time my people going through shit, I just be like, I can't stop. Like I can't lose. Because I'm doing this shit for my family. Like, this shit is bigger than me. You know what I mean? I'm doing this shit for my family for real. So it's just like, I can't lose. Like, I'm ready to show them some shit that they ain't never seen before, you know? And I know how big this shit can get. And they deserve it. They deserve everything that's coming to us. How do you feel about your family?
My family?
Think about doing shit when you're doing shit?
Of course, like that's who I do it for. Like, I mean, people that know me already, that's what I do it for. Like, I'm a big family person. So on the weekends, usually I'm with my mom. I'm a mama's boy.
Oh, so, she's down here in Atlanta.
And I'm always with her, my nephew, family and shit. That's what I do. So I'll say fuck all this shit for family. So
no cap,
you feel me?
That'd be the main goal, because it's just like they probably just was so like on some shit like we just gotta work 9 to 5 2 weeks, you know what I mean? And then we out here being entrepreneurs and like actually following our passion, and it's like we not just trying to live regular, like just get by check to check on some shit. We trying to change this whole shit, and then we have the position to put our family in position, and that'd be the good thing about it. Like, you ain't wrong, King. You're not wrong at all. My family definitely putting in that fucking work for sure. And then I wanted to be like a doctor at one point. I first wanted to be a doctor when I was a kid, and then I wanted to do be like a teacher and shit. But then it's like I always had the passion for music, and I just want to ask you, like, what gave you the guts to like follow your passion on some shit?
It really was because it all really started, like, I love music a lot. And it's like, like, in the beginning, I try to rap. Like, I probably put out 2 songs. Yeah, I put out like 2 songs, probably like 2015.
Were you any good?
I think I was straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I was, but, I just I'm more like the nigga who like to be in the room quiet and getting money. I don't like to be the loud person.
I feel you.
You feel me? So then I was like, let me step back and just do the managing side. And I just started working that way. the DJ thing came in because I'm like, I know all these artists, and we just start doing it my way, and it just really came from them. I couldn't stop from them. I said,
You're right. Pay attention to the good.
yeah.
I feel like when I before I started dropping my shit, I was like, I'm not gonna give a fuck who fuck with me or if they support, because you know you gotta show motherfuckers that you serious. So at first I'm coming in, I'm like, I ain't gonna give a fuck because I'm ready to show them I'm serious. They can't support some shit that's not even going. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then when I dropped my first little shit and motherfuckers want supporting, I was like, damn, like I wasn't as nonchalant about it as I thought I was gonna be. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, they ain't fuck with me and shit like that. Then it be motherfuckers that you supported. It'd be crazy because it's like if we stuck together, we would come up faster. Like I'm ready to put the whole team on. You see what I'm saying? Y'all gonna go support everybody else, but then the motherfuckers who in your face, the superstars in your face, you overlooking them. You know what I mean? Until it's too late, and then you gonna say motherfuckers changed up and motherfuckers act funny, but you was acting funny first. You see what I'm saying? No. I always be like, because it's like you will stop yourself from being a millionaire following your passion, because once you follow your passion, you're gonna end up being a millionaire. Just do what you love. But you'll stop yourself from that because you thinking of the outside people. But them not the motherfuckers who gonna pay your bills. Them not the motherfuckers who gonna feed your family. So it's like you gotta take that risk every time.
Yeah. Okay, I want to ask you this. Like, wait, what you go to school for?
Accounting.
Okay.
Ooh,
all right.
Yeah.
So
I love money.
how do you feel about like artists having a job to support what they're doing?
I love it. You gotta do what the fuck you gotta do. At the end of the day, if you need to work 2 jobs, 3 jobs, I always say this, don't be working 2 and 3 jobs and just paying your bills and nothing else.
Yeah.
You don't have no goal, no end goal. I feel with motherfuckers who working hard to support their dreams. You know what I mean? Be investing that shit into something that's gonna bring you a bigger outcome than where you're at right now. Like, take risk with that money. And at the end of the day, the biggest investment you can make is in yourself. So invest that money into yourself. For your education, whatever your passion is, whatever you want to do, and be trying to figure out a way to get up out that rat race for sure.
Right.
For sure, you definitely need to have a way out, because I'm not like, at some point you want to put in the work at the front so you can relax at the end. You don't want to be 70 and just retiring and you haven't even lived your life. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fact.
Invest that money into yourself. The biggest, it's going to always lead to the right outcome as long as you got the right plan and you following your dreams. Because at the end of the day, it's about the longevity in the shit. It's like motherfuckers come out, everybody pop out and shit like that. I'm chasing longevity and greatness. That shit can never be reached. So guess what? 10 years from now, I'm going to be the shit. I'm going to be a household name. Like 5 years from now, I'm going to still be popping my shit 15 years from now. Because when you doing this shit for the money, you get the money and your grind. Where's your grind? You know what I mean? Where's the inspiration? You chasing longevity and greatness, that can never be reached. You still trying to put your foot on bitch's neck. So I feel like it'd be more of like the respect. Like, you been doing this shit. You consistent. And we fucking with that. For sure.
Okay. All right. So what do you see yourself within a year with this music?
On the stage, on the biggest arena stage, performing at festivals and doing some major collabs with some big names in the industry. Really put my foot on bitches' neck. I keep saying that, but it's just about, like, when I say that, it just means like I'm really like fake proving the motherfuckers that like I'm that girl and this ain't no regular shit. So in a year, I definitely see myself making some good money from this, continue to make some good music, some really big collabs, and being on the stage in front of tens of thousands of people. An album out in a year, for sure. That. Working on the album, dropping the album. Yeah.
Okay, so I wanna know this though. Like, when you think we're gonna get a project from you though? Like
an EP, a mixtape, an album.
A little. I don't know, an EP, something like.
Man, I'm trying to see what the momentum gonna give
on the singles.
Right now, because it's like when you drop a project, you gotta have motherfuckers wanting that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
You gotta have motherfuckers waiting. So when you like ready to drop that shit, they like waiting for that shit. But It's definitely given like sometime next year for sure. I want it to be very thought out, you know what I mean? Articulate. I got the songs for it. I got the music for it for sure. So that's not an issue. It's just more so I'm like building that fan base, making sure motherfuckers care about it and shit.
So I'm gonna ask you this: like, do you have a plan B, or you know music gonna work?
I know it's gonna work. I'm a fucking star. And it's just different. I feel like I'm a melting pot for everybody who came before me. I feel like I got a little bit of everybody in me to where it's like, yeah, I really can. I'm making like they always say like every 5 years there's a change in the sound. In 2020, different people came out. 2025, I feel like this shit's coming back to the music. It's coming back to longevity, and it's coming back to realness. I know I got the bars for it. I'm making this shit fun and shit. So definitely, for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
All right. So, are there any like business ventures or merch you plan on coming out with?
I want to do fur boots.
Okay.
Because I just feel like that's my thing. I'm winter. I'm a cold ass bitch, so I love to keep on something fur, preferably that warms me up. You know what I mean? So I feel like fur boots definitely I would love to do. Maybe a cool ass like jogging set. I love comfortable shit. So I feel like something like that I can wear with my fur boots. I would love to do. Definitely want to invest my money into different shit like real estate, land, and just more shit that you can't touch, like assets that you can really pass down to your kids. Like I read Rich Dad Poor Dad, and they talked about a lot about different assets. I love reading. I love reading because I feel like knowledge is power. You be fucking with the reading shit?
Yes, of course.
For real, what you read?
Chill, man. I'll show you my audio thing.
For real?
I'm gonna show you when we finish with this.
For real, I'm fucking with that.
My boy be sending me books now, and I'll be like catching up on it. I'll put you on too. What you send me? Definitely
put me on because I'm always.
But I'm in the middle of one called Contagious.
Contagious? Yeah. What is it about? What is it given?
It's just talking about like how you gotta be addicted to your hustle. Pretty much what we're talking about. Like all of the books that I be reading is like some entrepreneurial shit, like keeping you focused, like shit like that. So I'll put you on.
Definitely put me on because they be like you don't have to rewrite the wheel, like meaning like how motherfuckers win is already out there. You just gotta find the information. So I love reading books and shit about how I'm gonna get better, how I can think different, think better because I don't know where you grew up at. But coming from the hood, it's like you only see so much. You only hear so much. Everybody thinking this shit one way, like only way what I'm going to end up doing, I'm end up being pregnant early. And for the niggas, I'm going to end up dead in jail. It don't really be nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So we be having to go further to look for shit like, to see different shit because exposure is everything. Once you know what's possible, you can do what's possible. You know what I'm saying? What part of New York you grew up in?
The Bronx.
The Bronx? What's that like?
I mean, it's wild. Like if you know now, the Bronx is still one of the worst places.
Really?
In New York, yeah. But I mean, it was tough. That's all I could say. It made me tough.
Yeah.
I learned survival from that shit.
I said in my song Major, when you come from the bottom, then you have more fun. You be cool as fuck. No cap.
Other shit don't phase you, like, you know, little shit.
No don't cap. Phase you. It don't. That's why you can ask me a question about like supporting shit. I don't give a fuck. Like where I came from, I'm here now, and where I'm going, like I'm only gonna love the journey. You know what I'm saying? I can't give a fuck about what motherfuckers say, how motherfuckers feel, what motherfuckers think, because I'm doing this shit for my family. So it's like as long as I'm able to take care of my family and I'm doing this shit through something I love, I cannot give a fuck. I can only be blessed. You know what I mean?
With that, you know, it's like the end of the show now.
Oh really? That shit dope.
So with that, tell them where they could find your music, you know, your Instagram, all that.
You can find me everywhere at callmewntr. That's CALLMEWNTR. I'm the coldest to fucking do it, so you cannot miss me. And yeah, tap in with the music, and this shit finna be big. I don't know how big it's gonna be, but I know it's gonna be big.
And when you got a new single dropping, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead, talk about that shit.
Dada, we got Dada dropping 10/19, October the 19th. So make sure y'all tapping in on that, whether y'all seen this before or after. Make sure y'all fuck with that. That shit's gonna be the hottest shit of the year. So tap in, period.
Right. So with that, this episode, I still can't remember if it's 6 or 7, but it's DJ Frost here. Yeah, let her hit a hookah.
And it's big winner.
And just like that, we out of here, yo.